Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, and we do have a really good week on our hands. If you guys are new to this series or new to my channel, consider subscribing, leave a like if you enjoy the video, dislike if you don't, and let's go ahead and get started by talking about the car sitting here behind me. This is one of the discounted vehicles this week, and this is the Grotti Italy GTO. A fantastic sports car, guys. One of the best sports cars in all of Grand Theft Auto Online. In fact, if you want to race, the Grotti Italy GTO is probably going to be the car that you're going to want to have because it is one of the very best in the entire game. It's all-wheel drive, it's got a ton of customization, it looks absolutely fantastic, as I'm sure you could tell by my car sitting right here. I love this customization, but beyond that, it is just a fantastic car. So definitely look into getting this thing this week. We're going to talk about it a little bit more later on in the video, but for right now, we got to talk about how to make some money this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, and we got some good stuff going on. To get started, we have 4 times RP as well as double money on Martin Madrazo contact missions. So for those of you who are lower levels in GTA, or those of you who just want to simply level up really quickly, this is going to be a great way to do that in GTA Online for the remainder of this week. We also had a 4 times RP event last week with double money as well. I wish it was 4 times money as well as, 4 times RP, but double money, it's okay. At least we're getting something pretty cool in my opinion. For those of you that are wanting to play an adversary mode this week, we have double money and double RP on collection time. Never played it. I might have to try it out this week. I think it's probably going to be pretty fun. I'm not 100% sure though, but it is double money and double RP. Now, by far the best bonus of the week is the fact that we have double money and double RP on CEO cargo sale missions. So I know many of you have probably been stacking up your large warehouses for months now. Now is finally the time to sell them. On double money and double RP, they're going to sell for $4,440,000 a piece, and you can own 5 large warehouses. I do have a guide out on my channel if you want to know more about CEO cargo, so just look up HarmNone CEO cargo guide and you will find it. And we also have double money and double RP on exporting mixed goods through your CEO office. Now you're simply going to go up to the front desk in your CEO office, talk to your assistant that's sitting there, and export mixed goods. A truck will spawn at one of your warehouses and you have to deliver it to the dock. It will normally pay $50,000, but this week it's going to pay $100,000, and you can complete this mission in about maybe 2-3 minutes, and you can redo it every 48 minutes. So this is going to be a great way to make money if you only have the CEO office this week. If you don't have a CEO office, I would definitely recommend buying one and running the export mixed goods. It's pretty much impossible to not profit off of it this week as long as you play like once a day for maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, and do your export mixed goods mission. So keep that in mind for sure. That's it for bonus money this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, guys. We're going to head over to the casino as well as the LS car meet, talk about the podium vehicle, the prize ride, and then all of the discounted vehicles this week. So let's go ahead and head over there. Starting off in the casino, we have the Lampadati Corsita as the podium vehicle for this week. It goes for about $1.7 million. It's really good. It is one of the faster sports cars in the game, not quite as fast as the Italy GTO that we talked about a little bit earlier, but it's got some good customization and generally good performance. Overall, a decent car, definitely one you should try to win this week. Within the LS car meet, guys, we have the Grotti Bestia GTS as the prize ride for the week. An absolutely awesome car, and in order to win this thing, you're going to have to place top 5 for 2 days in a row, which is a really easy challenge. The Bestia GTS is an awesome vehicle. It's got all-wheel drive. It is a hatchback, but it's a sports car and it's super fast. All-wheel drive, a lot of customization, surprisingly, for how old it is. By today's standards, maybe not a lot of customization, but it's got a decent amount. Definitely try to win this thing if you guys can. These are the vehicles that are available within the LS car meet this week. We have the Dinka Jester Classic, which is discounted by 30% this week. You can also buy it on Legendary Motorsport, or you can buy it here. In the middle, we have the Progen Italy GTB, which is available on the Benny's website at any time you want. And we have the Grotti Italy GTO, which is also discounted by 30% off this week, but it is of course available on Legendary Motorsport at the best of times as well. So if you want it, you can get it. You can get any of these cars this week. However, at Simeon's dealership, we do have some removed vehicles back in the game. Within Simeon's dealership, we have the Ubermacht Revolter sitting right here at the very back, a pretty good sedan. This is one that I would recommend maybe picking up this week if you can. It is also discounted this week by 30% off, so it is kind of cool. You can also put front mounted machine guns on it, which is kind of interesting. No armor or anything special, but it is kind of a cool car. I wouldn't necessarily say don't buy it. I wouldn't necessarily say to buy it, but if you like it, it's discounted. Consider picking it up. Right here in the corner, we have the Enis Cognoscenti long wheelbase. Back in the game again for the third time in 2 months. Not really sure why Rockstar keeps doing this, but it doesn't have armor this time around, so that is kind of interesting. The Cognoscenti, it's really not that great of a vehicle. If you're going to buy one, I would definitely buy the 55. I think it's a lot better looking. The long wheelbase just does not look that great in my opinion, so I'd avoid this one. Right here we have the Vapid Hustler, which I do believe is actually still in the game. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's actually on Legendary Motorsport. No, it's the Hot Knife. My bad. The Hustler is actually removed. And how much is it going for this week? I'm actually unfamiliar with this vehicle. $643. Whew. Little expensive in my opinion. I don't really know too much about this car, so I'm not really going to comment on it. However, the car sitting beside it is the Dubashi 770. Which is a fantastic car. This thing is removed. It's a great vehicle. It doesn't have a ton in the way of customization, but it's got enough to sort of satisfy you. It's not too bad. It's a great looking car regardless of customization anyways. It is based off the Aston Martin 177, which is a really cool car in real life. So definitely one to look into. I would recommend picking up a 770 this week. And last but not least, we have the Vapid Click, formerly the fastest muscle car in the entire game for circuit racing. Nowadays, it's probably about 5th or 6th. It's not too fast. It's not a bad car by any means. It does have a decent amount of customization. So if you're interested, consider picking it up. The Luxury Autos dealership is as boring as ever. We have the new Vapid Dominator GT on the left and the Karin Vivinite on the right. I'd really like to start seeing some more interesting removed supercars in here weekly. I think that would be great. I think a lot of people would kind of relate to that. But yeah, that's what we got this week. Within the Chop Shop, the vehicles that are available to be stolen this week are, of course, the Dinkasagoy. And in order to win that vehicle, you're going to have to complete the Gangbanger robbery. The Vapid Dominator GTT in the middle, you are going to have to complete the Duggan robbery, and for the Pegassi Infernus Classic, you will need to complete the Podium robbery. Alright guys, and for discounts this week, we do have quite a few really good discounts. We're going to go ahead and start off on the Dynasty 8 Executive Realty website. Of course, here we will find that CEO offices are discounted by 30% off plus all renovations. If you want to know which CEO office I would recommend, I'd say either get Mazebank West or the Arcadius Business Center. Mazebank Tower is just too expensive for what it is, but if you do want it, it is discounted this week. It is a little bit more viable to purchase. Longbank West has a really good view, but other than that, it's really not useful, especially when you can buy a building that's basically next door for way less money. I mean, 700k versus 2.1 mil. Kind of a no-brainer in my opinion, but that might just be me. As far as the office goes, do not purchase the safe and don't purchase the gun locker, because you can get the gun locker cheaper elsewhere, like in an MC Clubhouse, for example. I do believe the gun locker is cheaper. The safe is completely cosmetic and useless. Do not buy the safe. Anything else you want to do, you can choose for sure. Over on Elitist Travel and Transport, we have the Super Valido as well as the Super Valido Carbon, both discounted this week by 40% off. I wouldn't buy either of them, especially if you have a yacht. If you have a yacht, you're going to get the Super Valido anyways for free just on the yacht, so not really much point in buying it as a Pegasus vehicle unless you really want it. So do with that information what you will. And then scrolling a little further down, we have the Luxor. Do not buy a Luxor, please, for the love of God. You can literally go to the airport and steal one, and it will not cost you $1,137,500. Trust me, being able to call Pegasus for it is not worth it. It's more of a pain in the ass than it's worth. Please don't buy a Luxor. And just to demonstrate that the Grotti Italia GTO and the Dinka Jester Classic are both discounted this week on the website, here they both are on Legendary Motorsport under the two-door section. Last but not least, we have to talk about the time trials this week, guys. Your RC Bandito time trial for today is Construction Site 1. Your Junk Energy time trial for today is Sewer System. Your regular time trial is Coast to Coast. Your HSW time trial starts right here at the Quartz Building and it ends at Mount Gordeau. Pretty easy HSW time trial for the week. Anyway guys, there you have it. That's been it for the update week in Grand Theft Auto Online. That's been it for what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you guys enjoyed the video, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike, subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.